Hello, it is me, T Killjoy, and welcome back to a brand new video. And in today's video, guys, we are asking the question, can you beat Skyrim as Jarl of Iverstead? So, this challenge is going to be kind of different, and this was honestly one of my longer challenges. But, let's just get straight into it, and I'll explain when I can. So, we decided to go with Ralof for reasons that you'll see. The only weapons that we're able to use currently are our fists, because we have not obtained any other weapons in Iverstead. So, we discover something I wasn't expecting. Lokir is apparently alive. He didn't end up dying, I guess. I'm not sure how that happened, but we make our way to Iverstead because it is the only place where we can get our first weapons, and the only weapons that we would be using throughout the game, and also armor. We talk to Golder, and he basically explains what happened. Because Alduin has returned, it caused a huge, avalanche, which destroyed the keep, and, yeah, killed everybody, basically. Inside, we find an iron warhammer, which we would gladly take as our very first weapon. We find a FalconNest soldier, which we take all of his gear because, well, that's going to be the armor we use for quite a while in this run. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. If you haven't already guessed, we are using the Jarl of Ivarstead mod. So, figured something different might be nice. We do end up dying from the werewolf multiple times, and we realize that we're not ready for this. So, it's time to go on a bit of a bandit raid to level up and such. Now, of course, keep in mind that anything we loot, I can sell, but I cannot use it, so I cannot equip it. So, essentially, everything I loot is kind of useless besides, for leveling up my skills mainly. But to be honest, with the armor we have at this current level, we're pretty beefy. We're able to take on pretty much anything. The frostbite spider was pretty much no issue. The only thing that was really difficult was the poison that the spider does, but it's fine. We cut down Arvel the Swift, and we literally cut him down. The Draugr, completely no problem whatsoever. Same with the Overlord at the end that has the Dragonstone. They were absolutely laughable. They didn't do any damage to me before I was able to completely destroy them with the hammer. We once again return to Iverstead, and we try again and fail. So, we're back to Jarl Barumutt to continue our quest. Go to Farengar, tell him we got the Dragonstone, and we're off to go kill a dragon. Mulmulnir is quite easy, besides, of course, standing in front of his fire breath. That was really the only problem that I had. But we had some health potions, so no problemo. But now it's time for our bandit time lapse. Enjoy. So, we then head back and finally do take down the werewolves. Which is a good thing, because it is time to continue the quest line in Iverstead. I'd like to become Jarl before we continue on the main quest line. Now, these werewolves are absolutely no joke. They take chunks out of my health. I do have a good amount of health potions. That is enough to take them down with not too much issues. But we don't have too many major problems. But we discover the Jarl of Iverstead. He is dead, and we inform Golder that the Jarl is unfortunately dead, and to alert his sister that is in Riften. Because apparently in this storyline, Riften's Jarl and the Iverstead's Jarl are like brother and sister. So, you know, that's cool. But we are off to do some chores for Iverstead. They give us a nice big list. And yeah, we go obtain that. That takes a bit to grab. Not too much. It's mostly just shopping like around every store. But then we're off to go grab the Icarus's tool bag. Hand it back to him. He's super happy. He's absolutely stoked about it. Like, he called them like his babies or whatever. Kind of weird. But that is what he did. So he once again asked for more supplies. We grabbed those supplies, headed back to him. Like, I would say like most of like the Iverstead stuff is just grabbing materials. Like it was actually fairly boring, like the first few parts of it. But you know, we pushed through. Next list was getting like ingredients for health, like healing stuff. So we grabbed those, headed back to Arnold, told him we had the herbs, and told him that we would be able to recover the wounded. So that was nice. We were then informed that we need to go get some guards for the town. And this is where things started to have a bit of a problem. So one of the biggest issues that we had was that it costs a lot of gold, I guess. Like, this mod cost you so much gold. This guy asked for 30,000 gold, which I was able to talk him down, luckily. I didn't have to pay 30,000 gold because I didn't have 30,000 gold. I had, I think, maybe 10,000 gold at this time, but we were able to talk him down to 8,000. So we hired the soldiers, and we were now down to 2,000 gold, which would not be good. We would have to do even more like selling and stuff. It was not great. But it's now time to go kill a bunch of RedSkulls, 30 to be exact. This would not be our last time seeing the RedSkulls. But we'll skip a good portion of that because, well, most of that was quite boring. Just killing 30 RedSkulls. So we headed back to Arnold, told him that we had killed 30 RedSkulls. And what's he do? He hands us another list of stuff to pick up. So we finish up that list, head back to him, say we put everything in the barrels. And then we head back to Icarus. Icarus is happy to see that we've been doing a lot of work on Iverstead, but he needs gold. And this would mean that I would need to go get more gold. So it would cost 8,000 gold. So what I did is I went and sold a bunch of stuff that I had accumulated from like the RedSkulls, like all their gear and stuff. And yeah, we got that finished. Headed back to Arnold, said that we received a letter saying that the Jarl Laila Law Giver would only give us 2,000 pieces of gold, and for us to get out of her way, basically. This is her place. And Arnold says something that absolutely shocked me. we would need 50,000 gold in order to start a agreement for me to buy the land. Like that was crazy. But before we could think too much on that, it was time to go and protect Riften and take down a Red Skull tribe commander and his troops. It wasn't too difficult. I mean, I did have my men with me, so we were able to take him down fairly easily. But along with that 50,000 gold that we need, we also need to kill 100 Red Skulls. So I decided to go and hunt Red Skulls for, I believe, what took about an hour to hunt down all those Red Skulls. It was a lot. But we returned to Arnold after a very large selling and killing spree with 50,000 gold and the 100 red craniums of the Red Skulls. Now, if you're wondering how I got 50,000 gold, I literally sold everything. Literally everything. And my speech skill was like all the way up at like in the 80s, if I remember correctly. So, the last thing we need to do is kill Malthar, the chief of the Red Skulls. He goes down fairly easily, I want to say. It was mainly difficult because of his men. But we head back to Arnold, and we are crowned Jarl of Iverstead. Finally. We head into our Jarl's quarters and grab our Jarl's armor. Where, yeah, this armor's like beastly. Like, the stats on this armor is insane, and it's pretty stylish. So, now it's off to complete, or at least continue, the quest. We shout it on gear, proving that we are Dragonborn. We get trained how to go through a gate really fast, because I guess that's important. We then get told that we need to head and get the Horn of Jorgen Windcaller. Now, Draugr at this point, I believe I'm like in the level 20s now. They're actually starting to get kind of beefy. All I have at this point, I believe, is a steel warhammer that I got in the quests for Iverstead and such. But the Draugr themselves, those are fine. It's just like the Restless Draugr, the Death Lords in particular, like they're getting kind of beefy by this point. Because I am, like, they're leveling with me. But we find out that the horn once again is not there, and we have to find out who took the horn. I have a feeling it is the worst person ever, and I am probably correct. But first, I decided to complete the Civil War. We head to Galmar, and he tells us that we need to go kill an Ice Wraith. And the Ice Wraith, well, they were quite laughable. I was taking absolute chunks out of their health. Well, they weren't really doing much to me in the slightest. It's then off to get the crown, the Jagged Crown. And immediately I am disarmed. So that whole fight, I was essentially useless while I searched around for my Warhammer. Now it's off to do the Siege of Whiterun. We very easily take down the guards, because I guess I'm over-leveled for this. But really, it's not difficult in the slightest for this quest line, anyway. If you're wondering why I'm going so quickly through this, honestly, it was because there was so much footage. I think there was in total 14, 15 hours of footage. So, a lot of this I just decided to take out of it or speed through a good portion of it. The Civil War quest line is mostly hey, go here, siege this place. Hey, go here, siege this place. So I only left in the important bits, like this one, where we go and basically blackmail somebody because they have a necklace, basically, that worships a god that is banned in the Legion's eyes. But he gives us some information about a caravan that has unfortunately lost a wheel, and me and my Stormcloak brothers decide to assault it and take it for ourselves. We then have to go and siege once again another fort, as well this is quite common in what we have to do. Head to an Imperial courier, grab his letter that he is trying to bring to his commanders, and I steal it for myself. Head back to Legate Tyrannus Dulius or whatever, and give him the edited note, so that way he doesn't know. We're then off to once again do another siege, because honestly this is what the Civil War is all about. Sieges. That's, yeah, like I said, that's why I left out a good portion of this, because it's all sieges pretty much. I wish it would have been like more exciting, like espionage and stuff like that, but nope, it's go here, kill these people, go here, kill these people, blackmail this person, blah blah blah. So, now it is finally off to Solitude for the Siege of Solitude, where we kind of just go through with our Stormcloak brethren and take out a bunch of Imperials. Fun fact, like, my race is literally Imperial. But, anyway, Legate Rika goes down while trying to open a door or something. I don't know what she was doing. We then take out General Tullius and win the war. Now it's off to Delphine, because, yep, she's the one who took the horn alright, and she is the absolute worst, as always. She demands that we go and kill a dragon to prove that we are the Dragonborn. So we smack a dragon in the ass until he eventually submits, as he, I guess, tries to regrow his skin as we're fighting. This fight was quite simple. He barely got any hits off before I was able to get the finishing blow. Not difficult in the slightest. Now it is off to get the scroll. Dwarven spiders are fairly laughable. Even the Khajiit Jadar really didn't cause us too many problems, especially because we opened with a power attack, and of course got lucky with a kill cam. That was nice. Dwarven spheres, as long as you do power attacks, they really aren't too much of a problem. They mostly just try and stab you to death. Really what you gotta worry about is the crossbow ones. We then become ethereal and jump a very high height, so we can skip straight to Blackreach. Not too bad. That has now been like my favorite thing to do, is skipping Blackreach. We take on the Dwarven Centurion, because why not? We have health potions, and we're pretty much capable of dealing with this fight with no problems. Juicy power attacks, and we take down the Dwarven Centurion with hand-to-hand combat. But anyway, now is the time of the video where I tell you that please subscribe, because I do a lot of videos like this. I would love to see what you guys would like to see, so in the comments down below, please tell me what challenges you guys have for me. And yeah, you know, as well as, you know, there is a very small percentage of you that watch my videos that aren't even subscribed, so get subscribed. That way you can be notified of when I upload new videos, new challenge videos. I don't really have a schedule, they kind of just come out whenever they're finished recording, finished editing, you know, yada yada. All that YouTuber type stuff, I guess. But, yeah, so. Anyway, we finish off our run, as always, by heading up and doing the puzzle. The puzzle, as always, is so easy a monkey could do it. It is not difficult. It's literally a simple number pattern, to be honest. I think it's, if I remember correctly, it's 1421. So we hit that last button, and behold, the Elder Scroll. We grab the Elder Scroll and leave Ulfdent. Head back to Delphine now, and it's time to infiltrate the Thalmor Embassy. Now we decide to just just take everything that we have with us because, well, there's not really anything that we don't need. At the embassy we kill some soldiers, because they also don't really have too much on me. Then again, they do have light armor. The wizard has issues killing me because, if I remember correctly, my circlet that I have on my head reduces my magic damage. We save Malborn from dying, because why not? He did help us, I suppose. It's then off to kill Draf and Hunan, because we are going to see Esbern. Because, yeah, Esbern needs to be found. We find Esbern, and we are off. We of course get followed by some Thalmor. These guys are a bit beefier than the ones that I fought in the embassy, but nonetheless, they still go down. Just takes a bit longer. I even chop off this one's head. Head back to Delphine with Esbern, and we are told that we need to go to Skyhaven Temple. Not the worst place, to be honest, at this level. Like, it wasn't horrible. We then cut ourselves for some type of ritual. The door opens, and we are off to learn about the past, basically. And the Dragonborn shout. The Dragonborn shout? Sorry, the Dragonrend shout. Head back to the Greybeards, get yelled at, because that is the way things are. They like to yell at us, I guess. They call it a greeting, I call it yelling. We then learn the Clear Skies shout. Although Arngir really doesn't want to help us, he literally has to. Because we are the Dragonborn, and what we say goes, I guess. Something like that. So, we clear skies all the way up the mountain, get blown fire at by Parthenax, learn the Blowfire shout to greet Parthenax. Not anything crazy there, really. Gives me a bit of a gift to understand fire as the Dove do, or whatever he means by that. And we kind of like have a tender moment where we kind of just stare at each other, you know, while I'm waiting for fire breath to be unlocked. We breathe fire, we learn Dragonrend. You know, the works. Quite simple. We then take on Alduin with a kind of long fight. As you can see, I sped it up for your enjoyment because this fight took a bit. The Warhammer I have is not doing enough damage at all for this. We then go and capture Odahviing because we need to get a way to Skuldafn. So, he tells us that he will take us to Skuldafn. He does, and it's off to Skuldafn. At Skuldafn, we take down some Draugr, and head into Sovngarde. In Sovngarde, we take on Soon, and he doesn't even get a hit off. And it's finally off to kill Alduin, where he did not take off after the first Dragonrend. So, we take him out and indeed answer the question, yes, you can beat Skyrim as Jarl of Iverstead. So if you guys enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.